Just outside St. Louis, a group known as the Memaw Brigade plays a critical role in their community. These safety-minded grandmas and grandpas first help responders train to do their jobs more effectively. In this Aging Untold Extra, reporter Tisha Powell shows us how the creative role playing could help save some lives.
Well, I just don't feel right.
My back of my neck is bothering me.
Confused and dizzy.
Don't worry, 81-year-old Sophia and 90-year-old Vito are gonna be fine. Fact is, there's nothing wrong with them. They're members of the Memaw Brigade, seniors helping St. Charles County Ambulance District first responders with their training.
Can you wrap the shoulder or anything like that?
Acting out medical emergencies. New Perspective in Weldon Spring is one of 3 senior living facilities hosting the EMTs.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Sophia Bax volunteered for the Memaw Brigade. She's playing the part of someone with sepsis. It's a serious condition that can escalate quickly in seniors. Aging Untold expert Dr. Ray Rogers explains what that looks like and how it can start.
When you're in the elderly patient, that urinary tract infection can lead to sepsis real quick. And sepsis means that your whole immune system has been overwhelmed and it can no longer fight that infection. And so how that shows up, number one, in somebody who is senior is they'll be disoriented.
And Vito's role? A guy who fell in the shower. Dr. Ray says there are many concerns when this happens.
So after a senior has had a fall, are they conscious? Did they lose conscious? Did they hit their head? Do they have a head bleed? Are they just laying there and no one's there to see them? Who was around to see the fall, or maybe they're just there by themselves?
These paramedics will be ready when it finally matters, all thanks to the Memaw Brigade.
And more stories like this one can be seen on our talk show, Aging Untold, every weekday afternoon. It airs right here on KLTV and KTRE at 2:30 in the afternoon.